Big change announced today in the Delphi murders case.
Richard Allen, the man accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German 6.5 years ago, was back in a Carroll County courtroom, and today the judge disqualified his attorneys. 13 Investigates senior reporter Bob Siegel was in the courtroom for this hearing.
And Bob explains tonight what happened during a very tense hearing.
It was awkward, to say the least, as two separate sets of attorneys were in court behind me to defend Richard Allen. And tonight, only one set of public defenders is still on the case. Brad Rosie and Andrew Baldwin both entered the courthouse this morning to defend their client, and they went straight to the defense table inside the courtroom while they waited for Richard Allen to arrive. But once the hearing started, it was clear Judge Frances Gall was annoyed to see Rosie and Baldwin, two attorneys she thought had resigned from the case 12 days ago after she claimed they engaged in gross negligence. Asked by the judge why they returned today to defend Allen, the attorney said their withdrawal had been forced by the judge without any due process. "We didn't act grossly negligent. That's the court's opinion," Brad Rosie told the judge, adding they did not get proper notice to defend themselves. And he said the attorneys came back to represent Allen free of charge to ensure he gets a fair trial. But Judge Gall quickly dismissed that offer. She spoke directly to Richard Allen and said, "I have great concerns about their representing you. You are entitled to representation and a vigorous defense." But she said, "I cannot allow these attorneys to represent you. I can't do it, sir. I just can't. I'm sorry this happened to you." With that, she announced Rosie and Baldwin were disqualified for negligence. Two other attorneys, Robert Scremin and William Labrado, will now take over as Allen's new public defenders. They were in court today and told the judge they will need until next fall to prepare for trial. A new trial date was set for October 15th. But as Allen returns to state prison to await that trial, it appears his original defense team may not be done fighting just yet. The original defense team had their own attorney here in court today, and he told the judge that disqualifying the attorneys was not fair to anyone and a violation of Richard Allen's constitutional rights. We'll have more on that and what an angry attorney said as he left court today, as well as what could be coming up next for this case. All that coming up at 6. In Delphi, Bob Siegel, 13 News.
Now, you should note that it's actually been 1 year today since we learned of Richard Allen's arrest.
And so much has happened in this case since then. Our Rich and I will take a look back at what we've seen both in and out of the courtroom over the last year. That's coming up for you tonight at 5:30.
You can see a complete coverage of this case and today's hearing on our website. We have so much info for you at this convenient QR code that you see here on your screen. It'll take you to WTHR.com/Delphi.